Welcome everybody. It's the Buko Boys are back.
We're finally back.
Took a good half year off or so.
Yeah, blame it on coronavirus.
Damn Corona. No, well, kinda. We've been super busy.
It's made us busier, actually. Funny enough, but we're still living in it though. We're still living in a coronavirus world.
Did not see this coming.
No, we definitely. So we predicted like summer would be over.
Yeah, like a year ago, I think.
So we are in February right now. So we're 11 months into this pandemic. So when did it start in China?
Well,
January, February?
Yeah, it was like.
And then
January.
the pandemic was in March.
Yeah, when shit shut
Worldwide
down,
pandemic in March.
Yep.
So we are 11 months into this. And I think I remember hearing somebody tell me one time that the average pandemic, based on history, was about 18 months. So hopefully this summer we're out of it.
It's looking like it. I'm seeing that the COVID rates are dropping by the day.
Thank goodness. I mean, vaccines are out. Are you taking the vaccine? Are you going to take a vaccine?
Oh, if it's required for me, I want to see if I have antibodies first.
That's a good point. I'm curious if I'm asymptomatic too.
Me too. I've been everywhere.
I know.
Every neighborhood.
I'm curious.
In a 1 hour radius.
Yeah. I'm curious if I've got some. Yeah, like what you just said. I'm curious if I've got anything with it. Because like I said, I think my wife Edna, in January, February of 2020, I think hindsight, she got coronavirus. We didn't know it at the time. She got this weird flu, chills.
Yeah, I remember you said that before.
Yeah, so I think she might have had it. She just took a coronavirus test because she was traveling to Mexico. So she just took a test and it came back negative.
Yeah, but I want to take the antibody test.
Yeah, I want to see if she did have it. Yeah, I'm curious if I got it too from her, but I'm just asymptomatic also. Maybe we both are just asymptomatic and also have the antibodies to it. What is it?
Symptomatic.
What am I saying?
Systematic.
Oh, okay.
But reason being is that I can be around, like my ex, she would always be sick. Because she's full of bad energy. But anyways, she's always sick. And she would have the flu, she would have strep, all that stuff. We would share the same bed, I'd still give her kisses, and I would never get sick.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if my superhero powers are just beyond paranormal. I don't know.
Interesting. Maybe.
Just test it out. Throw me in a room full of COVID.
And we'll see what happens.
No, kidding. I don't want to do that. But, yeah, curious as to the antibodies. But I would only do the vaccine if it's mandatory. Because I heard it might be mandatory to travel and stuff. I do want to be traveling. So if it's required to fly international, I do it just to...
It's tough to see, right? Because like some people, it's like the flu shot. Like some people get no side effects from the shot. Some people are getting side effects like they get sick, which is common with the flu shot.
Same with the flu shot.
Yeah, so it's common.
I think the most common thing is they get they call it COVID arm now. It's like a big bump it's the second shot, I think.
Yeah.
It's the second shot, and they get like a big bump where the shot was, and it's kind of just red and rashy.
Yeah, I mean, you get a serum of virus injected in you of a strain. So
yeah, well, I remember when we traveled to the Philippines in 2000, and we had to get hepatitis shots for that.
Oh,
So I mean, we had to.
Yeah, I mean,
But at the same time, I didn't want to travel and get hepatitis.
Right.
So yeah, I'm all for it.
Right.
I think because hepatitis is so normalized.
Exactly.
The flu is so normalized.
Right.
COVID is so new that everyone thinks that it's been implanted just to kill us all. But anyways, that just reminded me. Okay. I have a weird conspiracy theory that I created.
Interesting.
So
this is the first time I'm hearing about it too.
Yes, this is the first time for everything right now because I just thought of it the other day.
All right.
Popped in my head.
Okay.
I don't know how true this is because I just invented it off
of
my own thoughts. So do you remember before COVID happened, there was all those riots going on in Hong Kong?
Yes.
And in China, they were coming out with the technology for facial recognition, so these protesters could get recognized and arrested later.
Okay.
And so what they were doing is they were trying to take these cameras down. And they were like shining lasers trying to take these cameras down. Anyways, what's a good way to not be facially recognized? Wearing a mask.
Yeah, okay, let's hide your face, yeah, so yeah.
So making a mask normalized would be to, what if they were the ones, these protesters were the ones that released, if this was a man-made virus in a lab, what if they got a hold of it, purposely released it to create everyone to want to wear masks, but then it got out of control?
I don't know, I mean, couldn't they just wear a mask anyway? Do they really need to release a virus per mask?
If they normalized masks, I don't know. This is, like I said, this is just a thought. I
just
thought
there's no more protesting.
I don't know. I'm heavily medicated, and I was thinking about weird shit, and this popped in my head.
I don't know. I think if they wanted to wear a mask, they could just wear masks.
Yeah, true.
See, everyone that's going to come to protest, wear masks, okay? They don't have to release a virus to do that.
You're overthinking it. Shut up.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, it was just a thought. I don't know.
Okay.
I was just being weird.
Tell us what you guys think.
You don't have to.
What do you think about Dale's new conspiracy theory?
Don't put too much thought into it.
But yeah, so anyway, we're still into this. I mean, it feels like...
Yesterday.
It does.
It feels
I think
like
actually...
years.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, thinking back a year ago, and we were talking about this, and we really think it would be over in the summer. And you know, you see a lot of people that don't really take it less very serious, and you see a lot of people that are just up in arms about it. And I'm surprised we are still talking about it almost a year later.
I could see both sides, really.
I do too. I
mean, I can
don't
sympathize with both. Because, yeah, it sucks for all of us having to deal with this. Yeah, the survival rate is really high, but at the same time, the death rate is, like...
really more than we thought it would be, too.
More than we thought it would be, but at the same time, there's nothing to kind of help prevent those that are, like, susceptible to it, to, like, where we have a flu shot before. So those people that were, like, you know, if they got it, it'd be really bad. So there's been flu shots for that, where this, if they catch this, instant death for some people that have issues. So, I mean, sucks. But now that there is a vaccine, I guess I could see things starting to open up more.
Yes.
Now that that's a thing, I think more, and as we see it evolve with more people getting it, and with that virus being out and all that, I mean, shit, there's tons of people that get the flu every year still.
Exactly.
So I could still see this being a thing, but I mean, I don't know. Only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about coronavirus, it has been a thing for many years. It's just different forms, right? It's been the avian flu, the pig flu,
swine flu.
Swine flu. Now COVID-19 is what we're going through right now, and you know, who knows? If 2 years from now, maybe it's something different. Who knows? So it seems like it's been around us for a while too. It just mutates so weird and fast, and it's hard to just kind of get an understanding of it because it's still somewhat new to us.
True, and from what they've said too, with like the polar ice caps melting, there's like viruses being released that are millions of years old that haven't probably been exposed to humans before.
I have heard that, yeah. Did we talk about that here on this podcast?
Maybe not.
I did hear about that too. Okay.
But I've read about that with them thawing and everything, which is not a good thing.
And it was funny because I remember I thought, oh, maybe I should order these masks. These masks look kind of cool. But like, by the time it gets here, it'll be over. And now I'm like, now I have, gosh, I've got masks everywhere.
I've never actually ordered my own. I've been gifted many masks, and that's kind of what I've been using is all these gifted masks. Well, I finally ordered me some.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and they're not the behind the ear kind.
Okay.
It's one strap like behind the head, and another strand that goes like kind of under the head, and it like kind of cinches up tight, so you can adjust shit. So, anyways.
Okay, interesting.
That cool little like Filipino designs on it.
Okay.
Might as well be fancy.
I just have black ones. A lot of them were gifted to me as well.
Yeah, that's black. Maybe just like one pattern across.
So I've got one in my wife's car, one in my car, obviously, one in my wife's car, one in my motorcycle, one in my company car, one in my briefcase, one in my computer bag. and then I keep one. I think I just have one just around just in case. So I've got 6 around me all the time. So no matter what happens, I've got a mask because it's like you want to run somewhere, you want to go somewhere, and then what I found myself doing a lot of times, like, oh gosh, I've left my mask at home, or oh, I left it in the car, I gotta go back. So now I've got one in every little place, so I never have to worry about, oh, do I have my mask? Yep, I do. I've always got my mask now.
Turned into having a mask pocket.
Yeah,
I got a designated mask pocket now.
In your car or
no,
on you?
On me.
Oh, okay.
Which is my pockets are empty at all times.
Oh. Well, your mask should be on you, not in a pocket.
No, well, I mean, if I'm driving in my car by myself, I am not.
Oh, I've got a place. Yeah, I've got a place in every.
Well, I'm not going to leave it in my car either. I'm going to put it in my pocket, my mask pocket.
Your mask pocket.
And then I'm going to go where I'm going, and I'm going to take my mask out of my mask pocket, and I'm going to put my mask on.
Your 5th pocket in your pants. What do you use your 5th pocket?
Not since high school.
What did you use it for in high school?
Paraphernalia.
Okay.
And other sorts of things.
So I use my 5th pocket every day. I'm just curious, a lot of people don't use that 5th pocket.
What do you put in there? Gym keys?
No, my key fob for my vehicle.
Oh, see? I don't need that.
Because I don't put my pocket in my back. Or I don't put my wallet in my rear pocket.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
I do a front pocket. So I've got my, so one pocket is my phone, and then the other pocket is my wallet and what's it called? Money clip.
Mm-hmm.
So my 5th pocket is my key fob.
My phone is now my key fob.
Oh yeah. Why is that?
Because it's a Tesla, folks. Listen up, everybody. Electric is the future.
Yeah, you got yourself a Tesla.
Yeah, I love it. Been the best purchase I've ever made, and I think I'm gonna stick to electric from now on. And I've been talking about it on the show. The last episode. It was the month after that last episode.
Yeah,
I bought it.
So you got a new vehicle in 2020. I got 3 new vehicles in 2020.
You should, as you should.
And I didn't get electric. I wanted to. Didn't this time, but it is in my cards to get one in the future. And in fact, my baby will have an electric car in about a year. We're gonna.
Yep.
When she turns on her 3rd birthday, I think we're gonna get her a little Tesla.
I think you should.
Because those things look cool. We were looking at different ones. So we one of the vehicles we got was a Mercedes in 2020. So we thought maybe we'll get her. They look like there's some cool Mercedes for kids, but yeah, I really think the Tesla it's all about battery length, right? Because no one wants their kid playing on an electric little car and then it dies so quickly, and you gotta like, okay, hold on, you rode it for 30 minutes, but it's gonna take 3 hours to charge again, you know. So I think the Tesla little toy cars will be. I'm assuming they'll be better because it's Tesla and it's done by Radio Flyer. The combo of them will make a good product. I think.
I think I want to get the Cybertruck. Not the design currently, but
yeah, because that thing is hideous.
Yes.
It's like a Transformer.
DeLorean, Transformer, beefed up.
Like it.
Yeah, not a fan.
It's a concept though.
Well, no, it's actually coming out like that. But
oh,
yeah. But I know for a fact they're going to have I think they're going to have a couple variations. I'm sure. I'm hoping, anyways.
Yeah.
But either way, I want one.
So let's talk about currently. So we're catching up everybody since the last episode.
Oh yeah, we could probably talk for hours about all the shit we've done. Got new tattoo.
All sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
So let's talk about some recent things. This weekend, Super Bowl weekend.
I'm not really that excited about it.
Because you haven't watched much football? Tell me why. Why is that? Why do you say you're not that excited about Super Bowl weekend?
Well, these last couple football seasons, I have not been involved whatsoever at all. And this one seems more so just because more things were just kind of like shut down.
Couldn't enjoy it as much. You couldn't go to a sports bar really, and
yeah, and then not a lot of people are trying to get together either and have big events and stuff like that.
I miss the roar of the crowds. When I watch it on TV a game because there's no one there. It's cardboard
cutouts of characters. It's kind of funny.
And don't they play interaction over the intercom, like boos and cheers over the speakers or something like that?
I think they were doing something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a gimmick or it was really something they were doing just for appearance. I don't know.
I know some of the players were acting like they were tossing balls to fans, like the baseball players.
I like
that. And then they show the camera, the ball hits a cardboard cutout.
I like that. I like when you can play around with it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, but kind of shitty at the same time.
Yeah, so we have.
Oh, that's just reminded me there. I just heard on the news yesterday, or it was earlier today or yesterday, that they are opening up more seats at here for the local Jazz games, the basketball.
Oh, for people to go see the games.
Yes,
Okay,
for
very cool.
Like live action.
Well,
for live action.
I just got I actually got the invite to finally buy season tickets for the University of Utah football, the Utes football season tickets. I almost bought it. I actually reached out to one of my friends and said, "Hey, what section are you in? I might go buy tickets. I might maybe find something near you." He said, "Are you sure they're going to let you go to the games though?" And this was fall, right? So I'm like, "Ooh, good point." And they weren't letting fans. So glad I did not buy season tickets.
Yeah.
Joined it this past year, but hopefully soon, and we can do. Cause I miss it, man. Like I watched a little. So you're right. I haven't watched any of the regular season of the NFL this year.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was the only day I watched some football.
Okay, yeah, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was it, and then I watched a little bit of the playoffs, and it brings it out. Like once I start watching, I'm like, oh man, I do love watching football. I do get into it, and we're Charger fans, and our new quarterback
Just got Rookie of the Year.
Just got Rookie of the Year. Set some new records as a rookie quarterback. Show some promise. It gets me a little bit more excited, actually. Yeah. I'm getting a little excited.
How many times have we had really good quarterbacks and went nowhere?
I know. We had, the last two, Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees. Hall of Famers. They both are retiring this year. Phillip Rivers has said yes, he is retiring. Drew Brees is just a rumor, but it might. I don't know. We'll see. Drew Brees has 1 or 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers has been to the AFC Championship, but couldn't get it to the Super Bowl. So yeah, we've had great quarterbacks that just couldn't get us there, and we've got some promise. You see Patrick Mahomes, who's now in the Super Bowl for the 2nd year in a row.
Yeah,
could win his 2nd Super Bowl, and he he's a rookie. And if you're a Chiefs fan, this is a good time to be a Chiefs fan.
Well, it's crazy that it's going to be in Tampa this week, though, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be in Tampa with Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing the Chiefs.
That doesn't happen I don't know how has that ever happened.
I want to say yes, but it's rare.
Where it's like the team that makes
hosting,
it there. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. So that is interesting, and it'll be Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl appearance.
Son of a...
And it's with his brand new team. It's his first season playing with the Tampa Bay.
Didn't he have a horrible start to the season?
I think he did. Yeah,
I think seen a lot of people talking mad shit on him.
I think
all of a sudden here he is going to the Super Bowl.
I think this season, like under pressure, like he was really bad under pressure. And for him it's a new O-line and new team members. Who knows? But see, you're right. Somehow he pulled it out of his ass again. He's going to the Super Bowl again. I hope he loses.
Yeah. I'm so sick of seeing Tom Brady there.
So.
But if he's that good, damn.
It's a cool experience to see, when you get older and your grandkids say, "Did you watch that era of Tom Brady as the quarterback?"
Actually, I was fishing every Sunday.
Yes, I did watch that era. I remember when he first played. I actually remember everything. I remember when it was Drew Bledsoe that was in the Super Bowl, and something happened to Drew, and then Tom Brady had come in, and I remember all this when Tom Brady first came in, and then he took the starting position. And he ran with it. I remember this. I remember from the jump start of Tom Brady's career, and man, he's had an awesome career. He's gonna go.
Married a supermodel.
He might be a supermodel. He's probably gonna go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to have played.
He's playing his cards right. That's for damn sure.
And because he'll win the Super Bowl the next season, he'll have a new team because some of the people retired or they went, got traded to a new team, and he formed another championship team around himself with new players, and he's done it again. Now he's done it with a whole new team. He's created a championship team.
Good for him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Still though,
So are you gonna watch it? Should we get together and watch it?
I don't know. It depends if I want to go fishing or not.
Okay.
Because fishing is life right now.
and like I mentioned earlier, my wife is out of the country. She's in Mexico right now, so I'm alone with the girls, and So if they want to watch it, or if they're not too distracted, I might put it on a little bit. But if I don't see it, I don't see it. I might have it on as background for
I
the
heard
day.
a lot of the big commercial, like Budweiser, they're not going to advertise.
They're not?
No.
Why?
They're just not going to put any money into it this year. This is like the first time since the 80s.
I wonder how. Actually, I'm curious. I wonder how the ratings
And I
this
think
year
Pepsi. I think Pepsi wasn't going to either. There's like 3 big names that was not.
Doritos is a pretty big name usually.
Yeah, I think they might still, but I think it was Budweiser and Pepsi.
So yeah, Budweiser, Pepsi, those are the big ones, and Doritos. I think those 3 that come to my mind quickly are some of the big ones that are pretty consistent.
Yeah, they said this year they're not going to put money towards it. Interesting, right?
I'm curious why. I wonder if the ratings have been kind of low this year. It seems like
it wouldn't be a good money profitable because of how much money they put in.
Well, more people are going to be home. You think more people are going to be at home watching because they're not going to be maybe going out and getting distracted. They'll be kind of at home being able to kind of more focus on the commercials. I think actually it's a smart move to advertise this year. That's in my opinion. I think advertising for the Super Bowl this year would be a great opportunity. Actually, prices might be even low right now. With people like them dropping out, who knows? But I think more people will be watching it at home. I think it'd make more sense to advertise this year. That's just me though.
Who do you think? So who are you going for the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna go for the Chiefs again. I want the Chiefs to win again. I think they will win again. I think they're a little bit more solid.
Just so Tom doesn't get that other ring.
Yeah, I mean,
just because.
Listen, I don't like Tom Brady. I don't like Michael Jordan. All right.
And I don't like Michael Jordan?
No, and the reason why is because they're the best. And they take my team out. There's many times where they're
I still like
in the top of the AFC to go to the Super Bowl was usually going to be the Patriots, the Colts, and the Chargers. It's like those 3 for multiple years were like battling for the AFC champion, and the Patriots would get it a lot of the time.
You know who comes in and ruins everything every now and then would be like the Broncos and then the Raiders didn't do shit for a long time. But the Broncos would go in there and kind of like Chargers and the Broncos were either like head to head sometimes.
In the division, yeah. So that's why I don't like Tom Brady. That's why I don't like Michael Jordan because he cheated us out of the Utah Jazz.
I still like Michael Jordan though. I don't care about that.
No, I do.
I like even though I was a Jazz fan, I liked. Mad respect.
To this day, I will not wear any Air Jordans. To this day, I've never bought anything Jordan. Never will. I had a poster once. Took it down as soon as they got to the finals. Took that.
I never bought Jordans for myself. I've never bought Jordans for myself, but I wouldn't say I would never.
I'm telling you right now.
I would if I find a pair that I really like. I totally would.
I'm gonna actually look for some
Michael. Have some of my money.
some Karl Malone mailman British Knights. I'm gonna go look for some British Knights of the mailman, and I'm gonna rock those.
Get some Shaq LA gear.
That's what I'm gonna do. Keep showing who I ride with, Jazz. But okay, anyway, I think what I was gonna say was I think why ratings might be low, and I don't know if this is true. If ratings are low, but I think if it is. I think, my opinion, too many athletes are getting maybe too involved with social justice. Now, they have a platform, so they could utilize that, but I think there's so much, like, political stuff going on, naturally, then you want sometimes that escapism. And entertainment is great escapism, like sports. And if sports figures are still wrapped up into it, I just think people are getting tired of it. That's just me. I think that's why, if ratings are low, I think that might be why. Because you think if you're not going to the game, there's a more likelihood it might be aired, you can watch it from home. But I think people are just getting sick of... I think people are going to say of politics. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Your response. And I think when sports figures are using their platform, and it's a great platform to stand on, don't get me wrong, I just think people are just getting tired of it, though. That's what I'm saying. I think it was great for a while, and I think people are getting tired of it. So, like I saw an NBA game, and people aren't wearing like their jerseys, like with their name. They've got phrases and sentences on the back of their jersey, and people, I think people are just like, and I'm saying that because I've heard people say it.
Well, didn't people like walking out of games and stuff, and
like the players?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Weren't they? Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I obviously wasn't too involved in any of it this year.
So anyway, all right. So that's sports. Buko Boys. You just showed me this. You just were talking about this rapper.
No, this big dumbass. Yeah.
What's his name?
Lil Uzi Vert.
What does that even mean?
It means he wears dresses and does dumb shit. I don't know.
Is he always like vertical? Like what's he doing?
Does he rock Uzi's vertical? Like like that in the air.
I just played one of his songs just to kind of get it here. It sounds like every mumble rapper out there. They sound.
They say the same thing. They say the same thing. Like that, just over
the same look. Everything. Everyone's little something.
And they all suck.
I remember there was a few rappers that came out that was like little, and there was like a big joke, like, oh, everything's little something, and then it kept happening. Like more people come in with the name.
Think about when those rappers came out, all these people that are calling themselves little now were like babies,
right?
And so I don't know, maybe just that era of I don't know, when they grew up, they just were stuck on that little name.
Sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it does.
And their voices sound ridiculous. All of them. But anyway, what did he do? What did this guy do?
He put a stupid ass $24 million diamond in his head.
I want someone to test that diamond.
Oh,
I'm very curious.
So apparently he's been saving up for a long time to buy this diamond. I mean, and so he got it implanted in the middle of his forehead.
It's like oval shaped. It's like an oval shaped.
Not oval shaped. No, it's like the.
Is it diamond shaped?
It's diamond shaped.
All right, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna look it up again.
Well, he put it, and it's pink, and it's right in the middle of his forehead, and you can tell. So that thing is like screwed into his skull.
Like an inch long, right?
Oh, that's got to be an inch and a half long, and it sticks out of his head like a half an inch. It looks the stupidest, most ridiculous thing ever, and it's worth $24 million. Like as soon as he gets caught slipping in the hood, his skull is getting ripped out of his fucking face.
Well, he's gonna be broke soon anyway, so he's gonna end up just cashing it out. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of diamond shaped. Okay, yeah, you're right.
And
his face is all tatted up. So he's pretty dark skinned, and then he's got black tattoos. So it just looks
dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he hasn't showered in a while. Looks like soot on his face.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a good look when you're that dark and then you put tattoos on your face.
Black tattoos.
It just looks even dirtier. Like you just like smeared
grease.
Like you were working on your car and you like put your hand on your face and kind of smeared it. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
oh man, he's got a lot of piercings. He's got like his nose, a few things. So he had something. I don't know. All right. Anyway, so $24 million diamond.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm curious what his net worth is.
If it doesn't get removed right, it could kill him.
I don't know about that. Is that possible? How would that be possible?
Because it would probably break part of his skull off of his face. Because it's screwed into there. So the way they implant those, it's like drilled into his skull, and then they put that like drill in there so you can screw it into it.
This is giving me heebie-jeebies now. So he's drilled into his skull.
Yeah, that's how it's tapped into their...
Because I'm thinking like when you do... Like, some people get these piercings, so it looks like...
It's under the skin, right?
Yeah, so it looks like it looks like you're piercing yourself dimples, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a dimple that you've created by a piercing, but it's in between the layers of skin.
Well,
that's kind of what I was
to the backside. So usually, other type is like, yeah, it's like under the skin type things like that, and then you could still screw it in. But yeah, or it's like put in at a weird angle and like it's elongated, so it almost like a cufflink. They do it like almost like cufflink style on some. But with that...
And that's kind of what I was thinking,
with $24 million, that's going to get drilled into your skull. You're not going to lose that. So he's talking about he's going to die if it gets pulled out wrong. I could see him getting in a situation and getting that pulled out wrong.
Yeah, or yanked out wrong. Or punched out wrong.
Or stepped on and ripped out of wrong.
So, and I don't know exactly the best place to look for someone's net worth. This place is estimating his net worth to be around $16 million. So he's gonna be broke soon. The way he's spending money. Already.
Well, yeah. So that diamond's worth more than he's worth.
Yeah, I know, man.
Not a
Just
good
put yourself a moving target out there in the hood. You're moving.
Yep. You've seen Thanos rip out Vision's.
Oh my gosh! We need to use a thumbnail. We need to create a thumbnail for this podcast.
Already done, son.
Yes, that's. Oh man, I want to. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're just using those memes of Thanos doing that and posting that all over.
That's good. I didn't think about that one.
Or there's the one where it's like Thanos is putting the one that he just ripped out of his Vision skull, and he's like putting it on the glove. And it's like, oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna look up memes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he does wear dresses. That's not a meme. That's him wearing a dress.
Yeah, I told you. I wasn't kidding about that.
I thought.
And it's not like he looks like good. No, he looks hella dirty. And then you add the tattoos on his face.
Yeah, I believe you.
Like what kind of his dress is all ripped to shit. Like he looks homeless.
Well, that's not. Oh yeah, here's some of those memes now. Oh boy, that's kind of funny. All right, let's not get.
He looks like a cartoon character. Dirty cartoon character.
All right, let's change the subject. We're gonna change the subject. That is all right. That is funny stuff. So let's talk about this one right here. The subject. You good with that?
Yeah, we could talk about that.
Okay, so
Nostalgia.
did we talk about the first season? Like not like did we mention it?
I don't know.
So I can't remember if we mentioned Cobra Kai was coming to YouTube.
Oh, I think we did mention maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so Cobra Kai went. So YouTube, when they started their.
I think we talked about it coming to Netflix. I think we were talking about it coming to Netflix and we were excited for it.
So
shit like that.
So Cobra Kai, is I don't know if you saw a spinoff, but anyway, somewhat of a spinoff, I guess.
Or what is it called? Not a prequel.
Sequel.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So Cobra Kai, if you haven't seen it, is is from Karate Kid, and it's the dojo of Johnny Lawrence and his
sensei.
And so YouTube, when they went to go do their compete with Netflix, basically, right? Whatever they call YouTube TV, I don't even know what they call it. They've gone through a couple phases. It seems like YouTube has gone through.
Yeah.
Or like different things, and now it's just like one thing now. Anyway, so they did Cobra Kai for I can't remember. One season, I think, with YouTube. I
think so, and it did good.
I think it did good, but they weren't renewing it, so Netflix bought it, and they did season 2. And did season 3 just come out then?
Just came out. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay. So anyway, I'm so into nostalgia. Like, I just love it. And everyone was like kind of ranting. So everyone binged. A lot of people that I saw on social media binged this Cobra Kai season 3. They're like, oh man, it was so good.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I actually was watching a little bit of it, and I was like, okay, from a person who grew up in the 80s, yes, this is good in a lot of different ways. Now, if I'm 13 years old today in 2021, I go to watch this, or let's say 2020 when it was released, I'm not going to care for this. The acting's not the best.
It's not the... And you know what else is funny?
Okay, go on.
They start up these dojos.
Yeah.
They're training these kids, and it's like their first year in karate, and they're like winning tournaments,
yeah.
Kicking all this ass of all these kids that have been doing karate their whole life. And
that's how good their senseis are.
True.
Drunk Johnny Lawrence.
Drunk Johnny Lawrence kicking ass is...
Sweep the leg.
Oh, man. And then you got the Russo over here running the car dealership and still wanting to remember who he was back in the day. Oh, and what's funny is, like, he's like the head... It's like some karate PTA. And so he's like one of the main members, and it's like, so you just never let this go your whole life. Like, you... It's funny. It's funny, but really, really corny. But I'm okay with it just because I'm sure they're just trying to tie the story together and make it work.
No, that's the power of nostalgia, though. That's what I'm telling you. Like, it hits me big time. Like, I love nostalgia. I love going back to these things. And I hate terrible acting. I'll stop a movie. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. This is terrible. I'll stop the movie. I can't stop this because the nostalgia is so strong with me in this. I love Karate Kid.
Johnny Lawrence's character his acting got better.
Yes,
From
yes,
the first season to the second season, it did get better. I think it maybe made him take some classes, but
yes. So even I think that the acting got better in this third season. So I did watch it, and I don't want to spoil anything. I did watch the third season. The acting did improve. The storyline was okay. It was okay. I will say they do bring some characters back from the Karate Kid 1 and 2.
Oh, okay, I did.
Which they went to, if you remember Karate Kid 2, they were in Okinawa, Japan. Yes, yeah, see? See, your mouth just opened up, right? Because then the nostalgia is so strong. And the older you get, the more strong
like
it
it's
is.
her, huh?
What's that?
It's his girlfriend from Japan.
You'll have to watch and see.
I forgot what she looks like.
And it's fun. It's fun, okay? It's not gonna win awards. I'll tell you that right now. It's not gonna win awards. It'll just win your heart.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So if you're 15 years old, you might not be that into it. But if you're 30 and older, you're probably gonna love it.
Speaking of martial arts, though,
okay,
I did start a new show. I started. Oh, kick your ass, it's way better than Cobra Kai.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
It's Warrior.
Interesting.
It's based off the writings of Bruce Lee.
Okay.
So I guess Bruce Lee was like just kind of making these stories up and stuff about like these warring gangs in Chinatown. Not Chinatown, Chinatown, okay. San Francisco, with like these migrant workers here.
Okay.
And then like there's another storyline going on with the law enforcement in Chinatown and kind of like the lawlessness and trying to make it, it's pretty cool. And the main characters it's following, they're all badass and they kick ass. And like the main guy, he kind of fights Jeet Kune Do style. Okay. And it's all quick Bruce Lee like. And so it's kind of like, I don't know if Bruce Lee was like kind of writing himself in as a character in this setting. And it's pretty badass.
Okay.
I like the story of it all. I'm sure they've elaborated way more off his writings, but it's his daughter that's like the main producer.
Okay.
And yeah, all the actors, and I like how what they do is they do it mainly in English, but knowing that the characters are supposed to be speaking Chinese, they kind of transition it where you hear them speaking Chinese and they do this like flip to where they kind of like go into their head, like they kind of like as they're talking like switch it to where also now you understand them and it's all in English and you hear they're talking like normal.
Interesting.
But they're speaking Chinese to each other.
Okay.
But then when someone comes over that speaks English and tries to talk, like they do their accents and like speak Chinese again and stuff. So you can tell they do a really, really good job at transitioning it to where they don't have to use subtitles.
Okay.
Because that sucks. Doing the subtitles through the whole thing. But being that it's all mainly English and their English is really good. And what's funny is when they like switch it to where they're speaking Chinese to each other, but it's all like English language. Like they're using slang and talking shit to each other. Like, man, this mofo over here, man. I swear. It's pretty cool because they would talk like they would normally talk. Yeah, the way they did it is really good. You got to give it a try.
That's on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Speaking of like YouTube going through phases, HBO's going through phases too.
Yeah, they are. And they have like 4 different apps.
HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO Max.
Yeah,
just HBO.
I thought HBO Max like encompassed it all, so that's why I went with that one.
Oh, it doesn't. So there's still the other one. I don't even know. Seems like there's just something.
Yeah, well, like HBO Now and HBO Go, I'm not positive, but I thought HBO Max was like everything. So like even the new releases, like the movies that hit theaters, they'll get released out on HBO Max.
Let's talk about that for a moment. I mean, going back to nostalgia, Wonder Woman just came out, and
I wasn't that nostalgic about it. There wasn't much going on that made me ooh and ah.
With the movie,
with saying that it was 1984. Not a lot.
The clothing.
That was it.
I was kind of into that.
And only a couple parts. Like, the majority of it.
People think, for some reason, the 80s were these fluorescent colored things. And it wasn't. It was like maybe acid wash jeans and and maybe a little bit baggy clothes and
bigger
shoulder pads, you know. And
shoulder pads
so
and big hair.
that was really the 80s styles. It wasn't this fluorescent green and yellow and blue that people do when they do like 80s night at things. It's not really what the 80s were.
I don't know. Being the setting of where it was, though, I don't know. Nothing about it screamed out that it was in the 80s, and it didn't seem like it was in the 80s too much.
No, just the cover art.
Yeah, just the cover art.
But anyway,
Even
what I was saying, because we did watch it, and we did go to the theater. We finally went to a theater. We haven't been to a theater since the pandemic. Finally, we went on the day after Christmas, December 26th. We went after Christmas with our family. We watched. We went to see Wonder Woman. Oh, I missed the theater. It was so nice to go back. Smell the popcorn as we open up the doors. I was like, yes. But then, I haven't been back to the theater since because nothing good's been coming out. Hopefully, we'll see some good things with like Kong and Godzilla, but hopefully some things are being delayed that will come out good. But anyway, I was saying HBO Max, Wonder Woman went on that too.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering... It's an opportunity for people, like we saw Mulan too. Mulan got delayed. It actually didn't get delayed. Actually, well, it did. It got delayed and then went on Disney Plus by purchase. I wonder if we will see more of those type of options. Like, yes, you can do these one-time purchases, or you can still go to the theater.
They're already doing it.
But I'm saying, like, because things are still being pushed. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're going to give up soon and say, either yes, come back to the movies, social distance, and or is it going to be like from the streaming apps now, just have to make a purchase.
I think the movie theaters are going to try to keep surviving. There's a lot of money invested in those,
Yes,
so I don't see them wanting to give up.
and I don't want to give them up either. Like, I love convenience. Like, I love convenience of being at home and watching a movie. So I guess maybe I like that option, but I really still love the theater experience. I love the trailers. I love the huge screens, comfortable seats. Like I said, popcorn.
It does give it an excuse for like date nights for couples, or like taking your kids out. It's just,
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. I like going to the theater as well.
Like, there's some things I didn't really miss, like going to Blockbuster. Like, it was cool when it was that Friday night and you were gonna go in and try to get those new releases.
But that's what the streaming is for now, is to like your Blockbuster nights.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't miss it. When Blockbuster went out of business, I was like, that's cool. Like, this Redbox thing is kind of cool, and the streaming app is pretty cool. I'm okay. I'm not missing it. I think I would miss theaters. I kind of feel like I would miss that.
Yeah, I would. I definitely would. I've been missing a lot of things.
Yes. So, another topic going back to nostalgia that just happened.
Speaking about missing things.
Dustin Diamond, Screetch Samuel Powers, passed away this week.
And I didn't even know he passed away.
I told you.
Yeah, you just told me. I knew he just came out and said he had stage 4 cancer.
Yeah, so he I think, I want to say December, it's stage 4 lung cancer. Which he is not a smoker, but I guess there's some cancer that runs in his family. The lung part, I guess, is kind of weird, but that's a serious organ, the lung.
Yeah.
Stage 4 is pretty serious, and so he passed away, just recently, and Peacock, another new streaming service.
Oh yeah.
Which is NBC.
And I
right?
heard it's free.
Peacock. I don't know. I
think it's free from.
So it's like CBS. Like CBS, they don't have like a CBS app. They have a CBS All Access app, which costs money.
Yeah.
But you can get like Fox for free, and just regular NBC.
Yeah,
app.
I got a thing saying I can download Peacock for free with, I think, my cable.
Oh, interesting.
With my internet through the cable, whatever.
Yeah, but the Peacock app is an extension, and there's a new Saved by the Bell series. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but me just saying it, you can figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's called Saved by the Bell.
And so it's a new series. Mario Lopez and Mark Paul Gosselaar. And
He's in it too? No, I thought it was just AC Slater and
maybe we should.
And what's his girlfriend from the show? Jesse Spano. I think. You should just look up Saved by the Bell. And then see the cast. And it was her.
Oh, so they're like teachers.
Yeah. And it's just those two. Mark
Oh, it's just those two?
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw that picture a while ago. Yeah, it was just them. But I heard that.
But now I'm looking at this, like, these pictures of, like, the old Saved by the Bell show.
And, well,
the nostalgia's strong.
There was still a few other series that spun off.
College Years. I did like the College Years.
So those were all, like, involving, like, Screetch and all those spin-offs.
He was
always in this one was the first one that they did.
He wasn't invited back to it.
Yeah, he had no part of.
But
he did a lot of dirt.
He leaked a lot of dirt?
No, he did a lot of dirt.
Oh,
in the last, like, decade.
Yes, that's probably why they didn't invite him back.
Like making sex videos with porn stars. And
he's been on these like reality shows,
making a fool of himself.
Yeah, he's pretty ornery. Like he's a pretty ornery dude, you know, in these reality shows, and I just don't think people would want to see him, and I don't think he wants to play that character anymore. Like he seemed like he started becoming like this ornery, like bitter person. He kind of seemed like.
Yeah, well, it got really odd as he got older, and like the way he was trying to play that character as an older person.
Yeah,
it was like trying way too hard.
I mean, he released this tell-all book. I don't know if you remember hearing about that.
I did, but I've never.
Just like releasing everyone's dirty laundry, like what happened, like people sneaking around, like fooling around, like the cast fooling around with each other.
Is that the like? Didn't they do like a whole documentary on it? I watched the documentary of some kind that they did on.
I mean, they probably did, but. Or they maybe just mentioned, his book in that documentary, but I think a lot of the cast got mad at him, and I think they're over it now. I mean, they were young. I mean, they were teenagers with hormones raging, and they were attractive people. What do you think's going to happen? Well, all but him were
everybody.
That's why he was all bitter about it.
I wanted some of that.
But I mean, so anyway, it's sad. He passed away at age 44 of lung cancer. And yeah, so anyway, just another nostalgic story of the Saved by the Bell show, which I watched the College Years, and then what was the other reboot they did of it?
Well, no, they had like another young cast.
Yeah, it was Mr. Belding and Screetch.
Yeah. He was like Belding and Screetch.
He was just like, I don't know what it was.
He was still the principal.
Well, I know, but I don't know what Screetch was. It was just a student aid, or
I have no idea. He just shows up in the hall. Hi, everybody, Screetch. I don't know what I'm doing here.
But I did like the College Years. I did watch that one.
Yeah, I did like that just because it was the original cast.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them there, and a couple other new
people. Yeah, but it was.
I did like that one. But do you remember the first episode of Saved by the Bell? They weren't in California. It's like Indiana or something.
I also remember that it was all about the main teacher.
Right.
She was only in a few episodes.
What?
I don't remember, but it was. I remember. It would start out with like at the end of the episode, it was like her writing in a journal or something.
Yeah.
And it was the show was supposed to be based around her.
Right.
And then I think the kids took over.
Yeah.
Like they were the.
Well, the show was for kids, and you're gonna make it about a teacher. Not gonna stay. Kids are gonna focus on the kids.
Well, remember about Mr. Belvedere? It was about a butler.
Yeah.
But it was like, I don't know, family friendly and had kids in it, so it was like. Well, he just said they don't want to watch a show about a teacher. Well, here we are watching a show about a butler.
Exactly right. It's gonna get towards the kids.
No kind of like reference to our lives whatsoever.
Yeah.
We're teachers. Yeah, we were involved.
Wait, didn't we have a butler? No, we did not. But so okay, as a kid, as a young boy, how many times with your friends, like on a sleepover, did you play? All right, who's your girlfriend from Saved by the Bell? Did you ever do that?
Not like not at sleepover, just as friends. Like who I don't know, just hanging out, talking, or you'd be on TV,
Kelly
and you're
Capacity,
just like calling your girlfriend.
Kelly Capacity.
Kelly's mine.
Yeah.
Oh damn! All right, I got Jesse.
But then as you get older, I'm like, I wonder if I change my pick as I get older.
Yeah, I'd go for Jessie now.
Because she was in that movie. You're like,
yeah, and it was like,
oh,
so that's what you're about. Okay. All right, Jesse.
Oh, good
those caffeine pills, Jesse.
Those caffeine pills. I really did like it. But yeah, the first episodes, I want to say Indiana, I don't remember, but something like that. And then it was Zach, and there was Screetch, and there was a couple other people. and it was for a few episodes, and then also now they're in California, and that's where they've lived their whole lives.
Bayside.
Bayside. Then
That's where I say, like, when I meet people, where are you from? Bayside.
I'm from Bayside.
From Bayside.
Oh, good. But anyway, rest in peace, Screetch.
Yeah, too bad.
I think it is kind of sad.
Well, I think that's an episode. It's been a while. Thanks for tuning back in with us, and we won't take that long on the next one. I promise.
We're trying to be more consistent. In fact, if you guys remember, we've had our friend Tim on the episode a couple times actually, yeah. And so me, Dale, and Tim actually are creating a new paranormal investigative group. For short, it's EVP, Energy, Visions, and the Paranormal. Obviously, we deal a lot with energies, and we have people that have visions of items, and then all things paranormal and supernatural. And we just kind of took the acronym of EVPs because it's very normal in the paranormal world, that acronym. And we're actually creating a podcast.
Yes, so we're going to probably do more of our, like, we'll talk about some paranormal stuff on here still, but we're going to do everything paranormal on that show.
Yeah, so we just released the episode. We're still waiting for it to get on all the platforms, so very soon, whatever you're listening to the Buko Boys on, you're going to be able to find EVP Podcast. So just look for EVP Podcast, and you'll see us there.
And we're still working on that. We're going to get some stuff going on.
So it's in the early phases, and just hopefully like this podcast, it transformed into a better podcast from the beginning, from the Smash Brothers to the Buko Boys.
Right. I think, on that one, it'll be fun. It'll still be fun, of course, like always.
Because it's us.
Duh.
And a ginger.
and the wild ginger.
So look for that. Wherever you are listening to the Buko Boys, also look for EVP Podcast, should be coming up, and then also my podcast, The DVO Show. And so we're excited. So we want to just really ramp up our podcast game for you guys and bring you fun and entertainment.
Well, everybody, thanks again, and we will catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace out.